This episode of We Like Shooting Double Tap is brought to you by Medical Gear Outfitters, Fax and Firearms, Second Call Defense, Hackett Equipment, and Patriot Patch Company.
Welcome to We Like Shooting Double Tap, episode 166, where we answer your questions, ask a few of our own, and touch base on gun industry news. Our panel tonight might be Jeremy from River's Edge Tactical. We got Nick Lynch sitting over here to my right. We got Skinny Medic in the house. Tom Bowers is checking in, and we got the Machine Gun Modes of the Aaron Krieger. And honestly, I just want to welcome everybody to the show tonight.
Yay.
Yeah, represent. Yep. We're not social distancing, so Skinny Medic is going to wear his mask just to be in between us. Now, I tried to put Nick...
not on his face.
I tried to put Nick in between us, but it was kind of weird. It was like the whole building kind of tilted towards one way, so we had to spread it out a little bit.
I just feel really dirty being between y'all.
Yeah, honestly, it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. Stephen S., holy shit, did Nick and Sean have a kid?
Yes.
Yes,
I
we
don't
did.
have a beard, so...
That's because you're a child.
Touche.
Yeah.
I'm going to go through puberty one day.
Corey P., every time I see Tom on the show, I feel like I've seen a wizard of greatness with, and now he's got just straight up 80s hair. It's amazing.
He's obviously an incredibly intelligent young man.
Yeah. Exactly. 100%.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Nick.
I'm dead. Can you hear me?
No.
I feel like I'm...
Talk more.
Okay. Oh, there we are.
Yeah. You're better
That's
now.
kinda hot. Okay.
Is that good?
It just went away. It was there, and then it wasn't.
It's because I turned down the wrong thing. Yeah.
Or did you turn down the right thing?
I guess that remains to be seen.
1, 2.
I'll turn down the right thing now. Oh, look at that. Automatically fading out. First up, I do want to talk about Fax and Firearms. I know that they're actually getting more stuff in stock all the time. And Skinny Medic, you've got some Fax and stuff. Why don't you tell us what you have in... what does Mrs. Skinny Medic have from Fax? And what do you think of it?
Yeah, they send Mrs. Skinny Medic stuff all the time to work with. So we have the FX, the Patriot, which we just got some work done. So we're pretty excited about that. She's excited about it.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of their barrels that we built projects with. I'm super excited to work with them. They're a great group.
Yep, love those dudes, actually. And they do make so much stuff, like barrels for just about anything. They've got their pistols, they've got their rifles, the first line and the summit line now. And it's all out there, faxandfirearms.com, and more stuff coming in stock all the time. Coupon code WLS10 saves you money. Excuse me, I just hit the wrong button, and here we go. Let's get in. This is Wacky Weapons, where Aaron Googles some crazy nonsense, and then we talk about it. Aaron, what do you have for us tonight?
The Sonnegower. You almost
made me spray whiskey. It's the Sonnegewehr. It's the Sonnegewehr.
That's a Sonnegewehr.
You've never heard of the Sturmgewehr?
Oh, I've heard of the Sturmgewehr.
Isn't that what Military Arms Channel's channel is actually called? Sturmgewehr? Yeah.
I thought that was what that one company, HGH.
No, you're talking about Hill and Mac, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Are they still around?
Anytime I see anything about those dudes on the internet, it's basically people demanding their money back for pre-ordered stuff that never showed up.
Oh, okay, perfect. So tonight we're going to be talking about the
Sonnegewehr. What is it?
It was made. The concept came from Nazi Germany, which is kind
of hit home for you.
Yeah. Are you okay?
yeah, and they were like, let's make a mirror, put it in space, and it will shoot the sun down in a specific location and burn it. And let's make it big enough that it can burn an entire city or boil the oceans.
Jeez. Nazis were
okay, Germany.
So when they actually captured some of the scientists, when the U.S. captured some of the scientists, and they were interviewed about this weapon, they were like, "Oh yeah, it's totally feasible. We should have it. We should have had it built within 50 to 100 years."
Oh, is that all?
It's like,
I
okay,
mean, that's fair enough.
So what is that, like 50 more years from now, or it should be relatively around the corner that the Nazis are actually on the moon?
I mean, the sun is crazy. Like, I saw a thing on Reddit, and it had a globe. It was just like a street light or a yard light globe. and the sun would catch it, and it literally had burned an entire area of the lawn just like along the trajectory of the sun as it moved.
Sweet.
It would like focus the sun in and just like burn a huge stripe in the lawn, and I was like, man, the sun's scary.
Do you
Well,
guys?
if they were smart, they would put like a little clock, so it could be like a sundial.
Yeah. What time is it? Well, it's 3:30 burn.
Do you guys remember the guy on YouTube? It was probably 10 years ago or so who had a dish that he built. That was like a really highly polished mirrored dish, and he would use it to reflect and burn things.
Yes.
And then he put it in his garden shed, which apparently had a window, and enough light came through the window to hit the mirror on the dish, and it burned his down, and he lost it in the fire.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know.
That is.
As I recall, like he was, bummed out about the loss of his garden shed, but also like kind of impressed.
Yeah. So there was a guy who made one. Yeah, it was a bunch of little individual mirrors.
Yeah,
and
I
all
saw
focused the
that.
light into one spot, and it was like, yeah, that's crazy because it would focus. So each mirror was a reflection of the sun, multiplied by whatever 10,000 little mirrors is pretty fucking hot.
That
And
is
then
so crazy.
Yeah, and it would shoot over to one larger mirror that shot it back through a hole in the center. So yeah, it was ridiculously crazy.
They said that if they had a huge reflector that was 9 square kilometers, 3.5 square miles, they could basically make the ocean boil. Man,
Yeah.
they were really diabolical.
Yeah, and they were. It wasn't made of glass. It's like it says
Metallic sodium.
Yeah, so they could actually. Yeah, it was easier to make versus glass, which takes a little bit longer.
Tom, if you get started on it tomorrow, how quickly can you deliver this to us?
That would take a while. It's big, man.
50 to 100 years?
That's freaking big.
Listen, I only need 1 mile. It doesn't have to be. I don't need to boil all the oceans, just the small ones.
It'd be really handy. That could be incredibly useful.
Dude, I would.
It'd burn your enemies like they're ants using a magnifying
Right,
glass.
oh, I just taught my kids
I
that
need
the other
that.
day.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they were like, "What?"
They're going to be out there burning the chickens with magnifying glasses.
They were chasing ants around. At first, I did a tennis ball just to demonstrate, but yeah, I was like,
And
oh,
then
yeah.
you're like,
They're
and you can do it on live things.
yeah, like there's an ant. Oh yeah.
So down here in the uses in popular culture,
Uh-huh.
it says that it is, or something similar is featured in the James Bond movie Die Another Day. And it says the primary antagonist of the film, fictional British billionaire Gustav Graves, which sounds pretty German, right? Mm-hmm. And then in parentheses, in reality, the alias of the assumed to be dead North Korean colonel, Tan Sun Moon,
Oh.
which is like the most racist Asian person name ever.
Yeah.
But I just love like all the twists in this movie. Apparently, like it's a North Korean guy pretending to be a British guy with a German name,
Wow.
He's covering he's checking all the boxes.
right?
Yeah, wasn't that the plot in when they did the thing in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? What was it, Lethal Weapon?
Oh, I don't remember any plot in that. I just remember the really politically incorrect stuff.
Yeah.
So someone asked, Sam A asked, can the mirror be used to cook hot dogs? No, but it can be used to burn them.
Yeah, vaporized.
Yeah, it could be used to cook all the hot dogs.
Did you have do you have hot dogs and you don't want to have hot dogs anymore?
Yes.
I think is the.
So we tried cooking hot dogs over our fire pit, and the kids just dropped them in there. Like, yeah, that's not going to taste very good.
You're like, well, you better start eating grass or something because that's your life now. That's pretty fantastic. All right. Any other topics on the Sanongewehr?
Let's see. It's pretty interesting, the concept. I mean, the sun is pretty f***ing hot, and if you can harness it.
It is. It kills like millions every year with skin cancer.
Skin cancer. But, you can just do skin cancer like right away, just like all at once with just using the power of the sun.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's like living in Chernobyl.
So the Germans were like global warming.
Yeah, right. they just wanted to like boil a freaking ocean.
Yeah, can you imagine? Like going, I mean, it would be nice to have warm water to swim in, but that's a little hot than I like,
Skinny Medic, they're saying you're not talking. What's going on?
I know. I was reading the comments. I was laughing about the one that says, "Sorry, Aaron keeps hitting on your hot wife." Like, that made me laugh.
Well, we've talked about it multiple times since he's been here.
Yes, and then it's Skinny Mac not allowed to speak. Yeah, I can speak. They're not. They'll let me do it.
Yeah. Although he's
Sweet.
going to be punished for that.
Yes, I'll.
He was instructed to just sit there and blink awkwardly.
Yes.
He's actually kidnapped. He's being held hostage.
Can we use this mirror to illuminate?
Blink if you're being traffic skinny.
Yes.
We were just talking about that, actually. All right, let's move on. I like these new stingers. It's just...
Yeah, do the socks one. That's one of my favorite.
Let's see. Oh, it's...
Socks.
It's the
socks.
I don't know. But what I do know is that now we're going to talk about Second Call Defense. So we actually have 2 seminars this weekend. Sean Maloney's going to be in town also. I figured, let's get everybody in.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to coming to that Friday night.
Yeah, we're going to do one Friday night, and then after we'll do a WLS social hour for all the listeners and cult members that live locally here. Should be kind of fun. Tom, we wish you were here.
I love these comments, man. It's the best part of the show, really. It's freaking awesome.
I know. Totally
I'm
agree.
crying over here.
The two seminars we're doing for SCD is, like how to call 911, what to do after a self-defense situation.
Did you say how to call 911?
Yeah, like what to say and what not to say if you have to use your firearm
okay. I was
for
like,
self-defense.
I thought that was pretty self-explanatory how to call 911.
Oh my god, I want to do this seminar. You hold the phone.
I'm going to skip the first 30 minutes of the seminar.
Right. It's like, I know how to do that.
You have like a rotary phone.
Yeah.
You have like the old-timey phones where you just hit the lever, and then it contacts the operator.
But you have to use a pencil and pull 9.
Yeah.
1.
Dang it, I went too far.
Some operator has to answer the phone. You're like, I don't know what the phone number is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. Anyway, check them out. Second Call Defense. WeLikeShooting.com/SCD. Free month, free shirt. And, it's a crazy time. All kinds of craziness going on all the time in the world. I'd say that chances have gone up statistically for people who use firearms or carry firearms that they may have to use them. Just like there's a lot of crazy places out there.
I flew with my firearm here, so
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And then you went to the Platte Walmart, which is
yeah. I saw 3 people get arrested at the local Walmart. That was fun. So
so it was a slow day.
What were they doing?
they were shoplifting, and the wife and the kids walked in this Walmart that Sean sent us to. We're like, oh, yeah, it's perfect. Go to this Walmart. And there were 3 people getting arrested, and I was like, oh, this is a life experience, guys. It's fine.
I sent them to a Safeway north of the office. They went to the Walmart south of the office. Very bad.
Someone just deleted all the comments, by the way.
No. What comments?
Like in the...
No, they're all still there. You're still insane.
Sorry, it just jumped on me.
So, funny story. I went to that Walmart, I don't know, a few days ago, over the weekend maybe.
Yeah.
I was like, if I die,
You definitely want to catch COVID there. I think COVID is alive and well doing there.
They were doing like a change of shift for the security guards out front.
I saw him.
And the security guard that was taking over was like this fat, middle-aged dude who was really short, and he was wearing a plate carrier with no plates. And like there was nothing on it. It was just a black plate carrier with no plates.
Nice.
That's pretty amazing, actually.
We got some like Chinese knockoff ones we'll sell him.
Right. Plates. I guess let's answer some questions.
Burn when you pee? Unsure about your relationship? Why can't you use 45 in a 9mm? Get your questions answered on #DearWLS. Visit WeLikeShooting.com/DearWLS to submit your question.
All right, so we've got some questions over in the cult group on Facebook, so I figured we'd start off with a couple of those. There was a couple serious ones, and I told them we had Skinny Medic and Tom Bowers from Bowers Group on. Nope, not going to read that. Okay, for Skinny Medic, do you offer a backcountry kit, including long bone stabilization, multiple darts, and chest seals, definitive care being greater than 2 hours away?
So we are working on some kits with the Off-Road Podcast. I'll plug them. That's going to be a kit that's good for 1 to 2 days up to a couple of weeks out. So that kit should be coming out, I would say, probably a few weeks. Probably takes a few weeks to develop that one. We do not sell darts because of the liability. You can find them on eBay, things like that, but we just don't sell them. But our kit right now is our response kit that has a SAM splint, has meds in it, has a pressure bandage in it, things like that. So I think that's probably a kit that's good to keep with your kit right now, but we're working on it.
All right, cool. And Off-Road Podcast on the Firearms Radio Network. You can check them out. They'll be doing some stuff with Medical Gear Outfitters.
like that kit.
You know, it's funny. Did someone? Someone said. Speaking of Bob Seger, were we talking about Bob Seger?
I don't think so. Someone said, "Is he
Somebody
Ken?"
asked if I was related to him.
Yeah, I mean, like looking at this, it looks like a Bob Seger Silver Bullet Band reunion
That's
tour
Kevin right
video
there
going on right
harassing
now.
me.
Is it?
Yeah, the Lindsey Campbell comment. That's Kevin.
Oh, nice.
Harassing me.
That's good.
He's the one who packs orders for me.
Yeah, it packs more than that.
Yeah,
Whoa.
he does. I pay him good money. Hush.
Steve S says, "Hey Tom, what's the best Bowers can for a Beretta 21A?"
No, it's not a biddy. The 21A is a poor host. Number one. First off, the slide's open, so all the pop can get to you real easy. It's in your face. It's also got an incredibly short barrel. I want to say 2.1 inches. I'm not sure. So if you take the shortest can that you can get, that's dry and wipeless. Oh my God, I don't have a biddy right here. What's happened to my life? If you put a little tiny can on, it's going to be loud. A 21, I don't remember the exact dB, but I remember this. It's within 5 dB of a 16-inch 223.
Oh wow.
It's freaking loud. It's really, really, really loud. So if you stick a can on it that's really small and significantly less effective than a proper full-sized can, you're going to be disappointed. If you're looking at it as a fighting can and you're going, hey, look, I just want a little backup gun in that I can front pocket suppressed, great. Go for it. It's cool for that. But if you were going to train with it, put on ears. If you are basically doing anything but shooting someone in the face with it, you should have ears on because it's not going to be hearing safe. So yeah, actually the shorter the barrel, the bigger the can you typically want on something, unless it's a gunfight scenario where you're going, I'm not looking for hearing safety. I just want command communications and not blowing my freaking eardrums out. I don't want to be stunned.
What about if you're not shooting someone in the face, but in the back of the face?
You should always shoot somebody in the face. That's the first thing you do.
Yeah.
If you're shooting them in the back of the face, then you should put in hearing protection before you freaking murder them.
What about just
Because
kneecapping them?
You still only get the one set of ears, man.
What if it's not a person?
And if you go to jail, you won't be able to hear them
How
sneaking
does it
up
have
on
a
you.
face then?
Well, I mean, there are lots of non-people that have faces.
What?
Like horses have faces.
Okay, if you're going to shoot a horse in the back of the face,
Jeez, Nick.
you should put in ears first.
That went to a terrible place.
I'm after some big game. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
Alrighty then.
Eyes without a face.
put in ears.
Right. Agent
Put
GRB
in ears
says.
if your life isn't at stake.
Right. Agent GRB says, say I buy the IV8888 med kit in the fancy case from Medical Gear Outfitters using code We Like Shooting and throw it in my trunk. What kind of shelf life can I expect of it?
But what if the horse is mad and I don't have time to put on ears?
So that
Then
kid's
your
got a
life
pretty
might
good
be in
long.
danger, so blast away.
Right.
That kit's got a pretty long shelf life. We can do it with combat goals, things like that, and that's still 5-year shelf life. But anything else, there's got a few meds in there, but I think typically 5 years, and it's going to survive in your trunk. That's a great kit for whether you're using a boat or you're going camping or just outdoors, stuff like that. Like I shot that kit, I ran over that kit, that case.
Did you really?
Yeah, I ran
Dang.
over it with my truck. I shot at it. I drugged it on the ground, so that case survived a beating. So that's a good kit.
See, does it have a good case that Sean would like, though? I mean, that's the real question.
Yeah.
I know he's Sean is very case-oriented, bag-oriented.
I've sold
Weren't you-
Sean a bunch of bags.
Weren't you being really about the bag kit?
Sean loves sack.
Yeah, no, okay.
I just double the price and sell it to Sean.
I don't know what Aaron's trying to get at, but I think, are you talking about, because I was like trying to figure out the right med kit for my battle belt?
Yes. And you were like, I want a certain bag, and I can't find that bag anywhere.
Pouch.
It took me 2 weeks to work through that project. I'm like, that was a ridiculous project working with that.
Yeah.
I sold him a top of the line bag. I'm like, this is it, and he's like, I don't like it. I'm like, well, then design
But
your own.
It's
Did
a great
you try
bag.
a sack?
Okay, I see where you guys are going.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Sean's just got to feel all the sex before he can figure out which one he likes the most.
Nick
you know?
F says, "Does Bowers have a multi-caliber can?" I think they're.
Yes, we have several of them.
What are they?
I liked what Steven said. Aaron is a non-person that has a face.
Oh,
That's terrible.
Aaron's not a
I'm
communist.
okay with it.
It's awful. It was hilarious. Hey, Jeremy, my spirit animal. How you doing, brother?
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Speaking of horses,
Yeah,
Yeah.
non-people.
It was actually I didn't say anything about a multi-caliber. It's do we have something that'll make a 10 millimeter hearing safe? If you're talking about a pistol, I'd say go for the ASP. If you're talking about a carbine, yeah, you can use the ASP, but you're probably going to still have to do it wet if it's like a CMMG Banshee, one of the little short ones. So in a case like that, when you've got larger magazines, you're dumping more ammo through it, I'd probably go with like a CAC 45 in blackout configuration. And it's that way you don't have to add an ablative or anything. It'll be really quiet, and you can shoot whatever you want.
Do you prefer to
having a mess with it?
Do you prefer to run your ass or
ASP.
Asp, you filthy monkey.
Actually,
I feel like it's just too easy tonight.
Craig T has another one. It says, real question for Tom. Does ablative have diminishing returns? Meaning, do you hit a point where the evaporative cooling of the ablative doesn't overcome the volume loss from the ablative? My feeling is that less is more,
Yes.
so you just want enough to where there almost no ablative remained after your desired shot string.
Yeah. Basically, you put in, typically it takes and it varies from ammo to ammo, like quite a bit. It does matter. Like, for instance, 45 will use up significantly less wire pulling gel in this instance than 10 millimeter. I guess it's a dramatic difference because it's an entirely different kind of flame front. You're using some Underwood 10 millimeter or something that's full power, actual manly real 10 millimeter. It's going to burn up a lot more ablative. But you get a feel for how much you want to squirt in there. Like, it's actually very quiet. Like, you put an ASP, we've done 125 dB on an ASP on a 1911.
That's so quiet.
21. Yeah, it's real decent. Yeah, it's 7 dB quieter than the next quietest can I'm aware of.
Huh.
And it's a smaller can, but that's an actual legitimate. The one I'm talking about is the Rugged Obsidian that I really like. It's an excellent can. One of the few competitors cans that I actually kind of gush over because it's that good. It's a superb can, and yeah, that does 132 dB dry with a 45, and it sounds wonderful. Ours is significantly quieter, but it's wet. It's apples and oranges,
Yeah.
I love apples over oranges. I mean, I'll eat an orange, but I hate peeling them.
Yeah, I agree. It's just too much work. But peeling apples is easy.
Exactly.
Who peels apples, man?
Oh, I've got one of those things that you just spin it and it peels it and slices it. Oh,
Dude, I
it's
got one, and it cuts it in slices too.
yeah, it slices it and cores it.
Yeah.
Funny,
Awesome.
funny story about not peeling fruit.
Uh-huh.
My great grandfather came from Serbia, and he had never seen a banana before. So somebody was like, "Hey, would you like a banana?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure." Man did not like bananas.
Ever.
It's understandable.
Don't blame him. It's kind of a rough experience.
Yeah. Mike M says, does Skinny Medic go through his IFAC with his kids? Have they practiced using a tourniquet on themselves or adults? I've been going through with my daughter, plan on getting her an IFAC to keep in her backpack for post-COVID school. She's 9. I doubt they have anything useful in her school.
Definitely. We practice with that. We actually, Kevin designed the backpack bleeding control kit that has a cat tourniquet in it. And man, my kids can put that on like a champ. His kids can put it on like a champ. So,
Nice.
Yeah, my kids can wound pack. They can do tourniquets, things like that. So they can't do MPA yet. We're still working on that. But they can do wound packing. My little girl can do it. And Gage can put on tourniquets, stuff like that. So they're good to go.
Very cool. Hey, what, do you think?
How old are your
I got a
kids?
question for you.
9 and 12.
Okay.
You were talking about on that shelf life question. I thought that was interesting. You said there's some meds. Is that what makes the kit expire, as it were. Like if somebody needed longer shelf life and they're going, look, I don't mind replacing some things in my kit because I want to be able to leave it in my stinking hot trunk or freezing cold trunk. What kind of things do they need to replace on, every few months? You were talking about meds, for instance.
Yeah, so your stuff is typically fine in the trunk of your vehicle because it's riding around Afghanistan and Iraq right now doing just fine. But typically, like the medicines get less effective after they expire. So like your Tylenol, things like that become less effective. So taking one Tylenol, maybe you need to take 2 Tylenol to do that. Like your combat galls, it just becomes less effective. So typically I will take my combat galls, which is a hemostatic agent, and I will move that to my backup. That way I'm putting fresh galls in. If I need more galls, then I can come back with the expired stuff. But it typically just becomes less effective.
It's a gauze that has some kind of clotting agent impregnated in it?
It does. It has
That's cool.
chemical agent that basically takes the water out of the blood and makes it thicker and helps the clotting process. So
Sweet.
It's all about pressure when you're talking about bleeding control. And so you can do that. But there was a 5-year study. There was a study back in the Army about, several years ago that showed that most drugs and most things are effective 5 years post-expiration date. So I think your kits are fine. You just, you have to watch out. Only thing like aspirin becomes toxicity after 5 years, so it's actually toxic if you take it.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
I didn't know that
to
either.
know.
Neither did I.
Aspirin.
Aspirin.
Aspirin hurts my tummy, so I don't take it.
I keep a really detailed spreadsheet because of the drugs losing effect thing that tells me exactly how many shots I need to mix with my Oxy as it gets older to,
Yes.
2 beers of Percocet and a couple of Vicodin, you're good to go.
Dude, you're like 300 pounds. It would take more than that to get you.
Call sign Alley Cat
Well,
said,
that's really interesting. Thank you for your help.
Tom kind of looks like he breeds tigers and has a harem of women. That's so great.
Did he kill his wife? Or
All right, Doc.
Dustin
Not
says, if you burn your finger and don't have access to an IFAC, can you soak it? Never mind. I just realized. Can you soak it in cider?
if you drink enough of it, you'll forget about the burn.
I just got it as I was reading it.
Because you'll be so grossed out.
I don't
Because
think
cider is really gross to drink.
it actually is.
Unless we're talking
What?
like
I
hard
love cider.
Like apple
Or,
cider?
sorry, no, cider.
Yeah.
God, okay, sorry. I was thinking like apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, that's
which
so
is-
Yeah,
good.
no, that's vinegar,
Yeah, no.
not apple cider.
I realize now the horrible mistake that I made. I want to apologize to everyone. I let everyone down. I
the
let my
world
parents
is now
down.
dumber. for having listened.
It's okay, Nick.
You just drink bourbon. Like if you drink
Hold
enough
on.
bourbon, all your pain goes away. So it's fine. No matter what happens, you just drink bourbon.
Permanently
true.
sometimes. You drink
I
enough.
gotta,
Absolutely.
I gotta be honest. I got up in the middle of the night last night and I was really thirsty, and our tap water is really gross. And we ran out of bottled water,
Oh.
but we have a grocery pickup for this afternoon.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, I gotta drink tap water, and then I looked over and I saw my jug of apple cider vinegar.
Oh.
And I was like, I just had a really brief moment where I was like, you can drink it. And then I was like, tap water's not that bad.
How thirsty were you?
I was pretty thirsty.
Apparently.
It's gotta be
Tap
better
water's
than the
not that bad.
spring water we tried today.
He was
though.
as thirsty as the guys in our cult page.
Oh, yeah. You guys went to Manitou. Did you try all the mineral water?
We did try the mineral water. It was pretty interesting.
It's
Yeah.
very minerally.
Some of it's all right. Some of it's really not.
Yeah, the one we tried was really not. It was like salt water. It was not very good.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
interesting.
spit it out.
It's not that great.
Yeah, but they're all different. You've got to walk down.
Yeah, there's
and try
like
each one.
10 different springs.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not. There's one or two that are amazing.
yeah.
But the rest of them are, I don't know, it's like drinking dirt.
It did.
Richard R.
Drink
said, yeah, you don't? Loser.
Steer tay.
Exactly. Richard R. says, ask Tom if those catch cans, like the solvent traps, are worth the shit like those below, and they post a link to Quiet Bore. Said his buddy has one he's waiting on a stamp for in the 22 LR can for the pours. Tom, what are your thoughts on solvent traps and the like?
I've never used one. I can look at the baffles and tell you, okay, like some of them are K baffles, some of them are M's, whatever. It's not rocket science to knock the bulk of the blast down. our very first cans were effective. They weren't nearly as good as they are nowadays, but they worked. So yeah, they will work. It's not going to be as good as you could buy commercially from somebody who actually, does it for a living.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question about cans. Mm-hmm. Have you seen those oil can suppressors?
Aaron, you have to say Dear WLS first.
Dear WLS. Tom. But like when people...
I thought... Good call there, Sean, because I thought that he was actually asking the question. I'm like,
yeah. No.
So, like the oil can suppressors that people screw on an oil filter.
Yeah.
Oil filters, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How effective are those?
Again, I've never used those.
They can be very effective. They just blow out in a couple hundred rounds. So you blow the guts out.
Okay, yeah, I've got one. It sucks ass.
Last, they're full of pleated paper.
Really?
Basically.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah.
Oh, allegedly, I have been told by people that I know,
dude, it was loud.
They're. Well, what'd you put it on?
I put it on a 18-inch 5.56.
Well, I mean,
what, an oil filter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
things like that are going to work best on a 22.
Yeah, I have
all
been
the
told.
illegal cans I made as a child were for 22s.
Yeah,
I'm just afraid like they're going to show up. Like those Wish ads pop up on my Facebook, and I'm like, God, I don't think.
No, I've got an oil filter suppressor that's 100% legal. Got it. They transferred it over through e-forms, and I hate it. I've only shot it once because I hated it so much.
No, put it on a 22.
I did.
Yeah, on a. Well, it was quiet on that, wasn't it? Or did you destroy it?
But you said 223.
Destroy the filter with the 5.56.
Yeah, I put it on the 223. I put it on there. It was lame. On the 22, it was a little bit better. It still had a little bit of the cringe, but I don't know if that's just because I blew all the fuzz out or what.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if you destroyed all the filter media with the 5.56.
Hey, they advertise it as 308 and below, so that's what I got.
Jesus.
So
yeah, it doesn't really matter what people advertise things for.
Right. They're like it won't blow up on a 308.
I could
That's exactly what rated for means these days.
Yeah.
It no longer means it's hearing safe. It's like it won't blow up if you put this on it. It doesn't mean you won't suffer instant and permanent hearing damage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've shot plenty of guns with no ears on. I don't have any hearing damage.
What'd you say?
Exactly.
What? Yeah. You have tons of hearing damage, Jeremy.
My nephew, when he was younger, I said something about like speak up, I can't hear, and he goes, and I was like, I have hearing loss, and he goes, yeah, Uncle Gito has severe ear loss.
So what's confusing? Speaking of ears, Rodent M says that he uses butt earplugs work great. So is he like sticking butts in his ears?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
But it's
like, I mean, I've used 9mm shells.
Maybe he means cigarette butts.
I think he meant like human butts,
actual butts.
Yeah.
How do you stick a human butt in your ear? How big is your ear hole?
Oh, Sean's got huge ear holes.
Is it straight? Well, I don't know that his ear hole's big. I think it's just everything around the ear hole.
I'd like to see a picture of like a big old butt like sitting right here. Just
why?
We could make that happen.
What if what if the butt farts?
Get one on each side there, homie.
Exactly.
For what you don't want.
The going back to the oil filter real quick. The crappy thing about those now is so you've got like the serialized thing that threads on, but the oil filter is also now serialized. And so once you destroy it, you have to basically send it back to an SOT for them to remanufacture, reserialize, do the paperwork. Yeah.
That sucks.
They made a new ruling on it or something?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I haven't heard of that.
Now, since I have an SOT, like, could I just do it myself?
Yeah, you're an 07. You can just do it.
Yeah, you're just repairing a already.
Exactly. But for the general public, when they order them, basically that one that you have is only good until you destroy it, and then you have to send it back.
That's some you buy for the Boogaloo when laws don't matter anymore.
That's fair.
That's one of those things. Like, I know so many people who have bought those adapters on Amazon or eBay or whatever, and then just thrown them in a junk drawer.
Oh,
like,
God.
They've probably never used it, but like they have one floating around somewhere just in case they ever have a need for one.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I think that's probably what the bulk of our drilling fixtures and stuff go to too. It's a bug out bag thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the zombie fix kit, which I have used multiple times. I love that thing. It's so good. Craig T says, "What are the halves for any IFAC?" must-haves, I think.
So I would think about what we've talked about on the Civilian Medical Podcast is the MARCH algorithm, which is massive bleeding, airway, respiratory circulation, heat loss. So you want to make sure you got those covered. So you're able to control massive bleeding. You have the ability to control airway and take care of holes in the chest, and then survival blanket. So I think looking at those MARCH algorithm, which we've done plenty of those videos on our podcast on the Civilian Medical Podcast. Shameless plug there.
Yeah, absolutely. Go listen to it. It's awesome. That's why he's here, actually. We're doing a Civilian Medical Podcast training Saturday.
Sweet. Awesome.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. I can't wait, actually.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's sold out pretty quick. So.
I'm going to make him do all the work, and I'm just going to chill. Because normally when we do classes, I have to teach the whole time. It's so boring.
I was just planning on sitting around, like, shaking hands and goofing off all day.
That's what I was planning on doing.
I'm just going to sit in the back and get faced and be disruptive.
I'm going to sit back there with you.
Yeah, I'm going to sit in the back too. This is a good idea.
Here's a nature video for you guys to watch.
We'll let Mrs. Skinny Mac teach it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you have a substitute teacher today.
That would actually, we're bringing a VCR and we just play a video.
The TV comes in on the cart.
It's just Skinny Medic's playlist.
Yes.
Matthew S. says, why aren't there any 22 rimfire suppressors made in similar dimensions to 5.56 suppressors?
Wouldn't that be a 5.56 suppressor?
Yes.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Why aren't there any 22 rimfire suppressors made in similar dimensions to 5.56 suppressors?
Efficacy. Or lack thereof.
What's the difference? A 5.56 can's beefier.
You have
right?
no thermal mass in a 22 can to speak of. And, well, like, for instance, Curtis from VSO Gun Channel. I've never done this because it didn't interest me, but he shot 2 rounds from, I want to say it was a 10.5-inch 5.56 through a USS. And it's like, okay, it didn't blow up. But if you put a magazine through it, it's going to be way hotter. I would expect a catastrophic failure at some point. Probably the end cap blowing out, front cap blowing out. Maybe the mount blowing off. But basically, I would expect the tube to heat up enough real fast that it expands sufficiently to loosen the threads. And, the modality of failure past that is going to be either the front cap blowing off and all the guts blowing down range, or it heating up to the point where the mount can be separated from the tube and the whole thing flies down range. You need thermal mass. That's one of the things that's changed with today's paradigm from these the shorter, lighter, louder thing that people are chasing now. A 5.56 can that's built for heavy use really should weigh a couple of pounds, in my opinion. But people don't want a can that weighs a couple of pounds. But that's sufficient thermal mass where you can actually hammer on it, and it will take a ton of heat before you start actually damaging any components.
So let me rephrase that question, I guess. A 5.56 can is a 22 can, right? Like it's 22 caliber. Mm-hmm. You can shoot 22 long rifle through a 5.56 can, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't understand the original question.
He's asking about 22 cans that are made for 22 long rifles.
So basically, he just wants
to make something that size that works well on a 223.
So he wants a lighter
volume and velocity, too.
A lighter, cheaper can. Is that the benefit of a large 22 can?
Or since volume equals quiet, maybe he wants more volume in a for a 22 LR can. I don't. Maybe.
But if all he cares about is volume, then just get a 5.56 can.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I don't know. Good question.
Most people don't rate their 5.56 cans for 22s because they can't be readily disassembled for cleaning. If somebody shoots enough through it, they'll eventually crap it up.
Okay.
That makes sense.
And if it's welded shut, then it's can be problematic to clean them depending on what they're made of.
I'm trying to find it. I can't find it right now. I'll mention it as soon as I do. Said, is a tampon more effective as an ablative and a suppressor, or as a wound stop and a med kit?
I saw that. I was like, gosh, he's going to pick on that question. I knew it.
Yep.
Going to be a migraine.
Don't use tampons.
Does have it would work, right?
No.
No.
Oh, I have a headache
See,
now.
I'm not a medic.
You should come take our class.
Yeah,
You should-
come take the class, Tom. It'll be fun.
We'll schedule another one.
Learn something.
We should come out to the West Coast.
Then
We should come out to the West Coast and do it.
The PNW.
Yeah, Pacific Northwest.
I actually wouldn't mind attending a class like that. I think it'd be really interesting. I'd learn a ton since, well, everything I learn would be new because I don't know anything about it other than, oh, I got a cut. Okay, I can put a Band-Aid on it or rub some dirt in it, you know?
Yeah, I'd fly out there for a class.
Yeah, that would actually be awesome. And in Oregon, Washington, California, like those people need medical classes as well as self-defense classes.
I thought about pulling up like a trailer to all these protests going on and just selling medical supplies to the protests.
Oh man, have you seen some of
I
these?
like it.
Yeah.
See?
Have you seen some of these videos where the medics are doing like treatment on people that have been injured in the protests? I'm sorry, the riots.
I do. I saw that. I did a after action report on one of them.
The tourniquet?
Yes, the tourniquet. The guy,
I don't want to lose my leg.
he's screaming like a little girl. Like it was hilarious. So
And all he had was like a little bit of a contusion from a rubber bullet on his leg.
yes,
You can make some real bank if you had me and Jeremy out there sniping some fools, you know?
Oh God,
you're creating.
Dude, I
job
just want
Yeah.
a bolt action. I just want a bolt action 22 with a suppressor and some CCI quiets.
Look, Jeremy's all excited about this. This is the most he's
He
talked
is.
in weeks.
Well, why is it even got to be a bolt action?
What?
Why is it even got to
Because I
be a
don't want-
bolt action?
Because I don't want action noise, and I don't have because I have a bolt action with a threaded barrel. I
Just-
don't have a 1022 with a lightweight bolt to cycle the CCI quiet 22.
Well, no, you don't. You don't cycle it. You just use it like a straight pull.
I mean, you could, but
It's faster.
like,
It should
whatever,
use
sure.
standard velocity anyway, not quiet. Quiet's gutless.
I don't care. I'm just dropping commies from like just on top of a carport.
In Minecraft.
And then Skinny runs
in
up
real
and he's
life.
like, "Oh, do you need
want it to
medical
go
care? I
deep
can
enough
save
into
your
their
life, but I
legs
need
or
your credit card
catch the hurt
information."
'em.
Right. I'll just do credit card on the
Yeah.
quick draw. Like, oh,
You just have like the little square thing plugged into your phone.
Yeah.
that is perfect.
Hell yeah, man.
We should do this. This is a business opportunity. We should go. And like, oh, and start a bidding process. Like, all right, so $25 starts $50, $75, $100, and the more you bleed out, the higher the price goes. And
Who wants the chest seal?
yes,
So Gino says, how many rounds do you have to fire to heat up a suppressor hot enough to use it to cauterize a massive hemorrhage?
Depends on the can and the caliber.
I mean,
People
basically,
always ask these questions, and it's like, you did think this through, right? No, you didn't.
right.
What's the quietest suppressor for my gun?
Yeah.
Look at this Baraba. I asked the benefactors to help me get people to support me financially. Life is hard. I don't have a job. Go get a job.
nice.
Block user.
It
They're
would
from Rwanda.
it would take you longer to heat up that suppressor to cauterize the wound, and you're going to die like 3 weeks later from burns and
Yep.
infection. So it'd be fine.
Let's also keep in mind that cauterizing, like doing what Rambo did, that's not going to work, right?
I was going to mention that.
You need
That's
to
the way to go.
apply direct heat to the source of the bleed, not the skin outside the bleed.
Right,
no.
you're going to be bleeding out inside.
But he poured the gunpowder in, and
Yeah.
then it shot out of his back. So I'm pretty sure it got all the way through.
That probably would work, honestly. It's like
Except for the powder's wet. Wet powder doesn't burn.
Yes, it does. I saw the movie.
Dying from burns is not the way you want to go either. Like,
Now,
I don't wanna-
if you could twist a bunch of cannon fuse together and shove it through the hole,
That would be
will
rad.
burn when wet, and I'm sure that will do something.
What if
we'll try it for you.
What if you don't have cannon fuse, but you do have det cord?
that'll work,
a little
too.
bit would work.
I mean, you definitely wouldn't feel any pain afterwards.
Right.
That sounds
You might
so
not have an
awful.
arm.
I mean, when you think about that, right? Like you're going through the pleural space, so you would literally be having to. That's not going to work. That's going to destroy the lung tissue.
You're supposed to get their name first before you stick anything in there.
Yeah.
Like you stick your finger in someone's body, you're supposed to get their name first.
Right.
So before you stick the det cord in there, get their name first, and then you can do it.
And yes,
Before you put anything in their
Yes.
body.
ask them, do you like walking on the beach?
I said, okay, this is the kind of culture that we're in now. You
Yeah.
have to ask permission.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe even have them sign a waiver if you can.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Colton says, Tom, what's the best can on the market for a standard AR pistol platform chambered in 300 blackout with a 7.5-inch barrel The goal is to have a concealable size and a small backpack while being as quiet as possible. I've been looking at the Surefire 300 SPS. What are your thoughts, Tom?
Well, I'm not familiar with that can, but I know most of the stuff they make is small and really loud, so I would say that's probably not it.
I mean, wait, the War Dog K9 on a 7.5-inch barrel with 300 blackout with subs is going to be pretty quiet.
Nah.
We've shot ours 10.5. 10.5 actually.
7.5 is pretty short.
Doesn't matter. It's still loud.
Pretty darn short.
I'd be saying something like a First 9S blackout would be significantly quieter. It's twice the size of a War Dog, man. Come on. Well, there's a prototype, so it doesn't have the little flats on it, but a War Dog is 4.3 inches, man. I mean, you just can't do that much with that size of a can.
Because there's very few baffles, very, very little volume.
I can do a lot with a 4-inch can.
I was like, the 4 inches works? What?
It can only...
Just ask my wife.
It can only do so much work with a First 9S blackout. It's twice that size exactly. It's 8.6 inches long. Now you're talking about it's got room for conventional baffles and the same size blast chamber, actually bigger blast chamber. And now you've got 4 conventional baffles that miraculously now have enough room to be spaced properly for. So now you've got something that'll do 119 dB on an MP5 and a hell of a lot better than a War Dog on 300 blackout. Keep in mind that the 300 blackout throws about twice the size of the gas column that 9mm does. So it's a significantly louder round than 9mm. 9mm can be made really, really quiet, and 300 blackout really can't. It's like, you can make it fairly quiet, comparatively very quiet, but a 9mm will always be significantly quieter than
now. Tom, what about now he's saying 7.5-inch barrel with I assume subsonic 300 blackouts because he wants to be quiet. What about 45 ACP and something that size? Would that potentially be easier to suppress, or would that be about the same?
It's worse because you have a bigger hole that's venting straight to atmosphere.
Okay.
So you need a bigger can or one that takes an ablative. Speaking of which, somebody had asked way earlier, is there a real world use for a wet can? And when that's what it really comes down to, is when you want something that's as compact as possible, like the ASP is 7 inches. So it's basic. There's an old shiny one here, but
Cam.
Are you wearing a jumpsuit?
It's like old school
overalls. So let's get it where you can actually see it. So 1911.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Desktop.
Do it.
It's that big instead of most of them these days. They're way bigger than a gun.
Yeah.
Is it jam?
This is quieter than all of those. So that's where a specialty can, like a wet can, like an ASP, comes in. But you should know up front they're not as convenient as a dry can. I won't shoot that dry unless it's on a CMMG guard, full 16-inch carbine.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's still not as quiet as it is on a 1911 wet, even though the barrel's so much shorter.
Nice.
If you put it on that guard wet, then it's freaking super quiet. But that's what you're looking at.
Yeah. Gunfather Precision says, so are baffle stacks superior to monocores?
My opinion, yeah. You can take a baffle and you can machine it from every angle. So, freaking cameras. This is this technology. You probably can't see this at all, can you?
Yeah.
Anyway, if you... This is a baffle, for instance. This is This is an adaptation. It's Joe Godini's Omega baffle, which is a freaking brilliant baffle because Joe's a freaking genius. You can't do this in a monocore design because you have to be able to machine this from every direction. You have to machine every surface, front, back, on the sides. And monocores are made from a piece of bar stock. So you end up with something that you can cut some holes and notches and stuff and drill some holes. It's like you don't have the versatility that you do with actual individual baffles. That doesn't mean that monocore cans necessarily suck. Like I said, that first bunch of noise kicking it down is not rocket science. You can do the most basic kind of anything to interrupt the smooth flow of air, and it will be effective to the point. It's that whole saying, speed costs money, son. How fast do you want to go? It's easy to get the Kia that will get you down the road, get you from point A to point B, whatever. Your freaking Yugo.
Yeah.
Is a better example, probably, because Kias are better.
True.
But yeah, a Yugo would work. It would get you to work. It would get you eating and having a house and food in your belly. It's like, I'm not going to slag on it, okay? If that's what you can afford, great. If you can afford a GT500 Shelby, it's like, okay, well, yeah, I'd rather have that.
One will get you work, one will get you
and to work.
I mean,
What?
Tom, what do you want? What do you recommend for cleaning suppressors? That's my question.
Don't
Don't clean them.
Yeah.
Burn it out.
Some people really people who shoot over a brick a month of 22 should probably clean those. Or if they buy one of our cans, just you know, once you've run like 10,000 rounds through a USS, send it back with a check for $20, and we'll punch out the baffle stack and just rebuild it.
Nice.
And to me, that makes more sense because it's easier.
I don't clean my suppressors. I was just curious. Like I know people talk about different ways to clean them, so like that. So I don't clean
Yeah,
them.
certainly when it comes to center fire stuff, it's just
Yeah.
I don't really clean my guns either. That's
understand
the
the
problem.
concept. I used to think that you should clean them too, and then we've got cans out there that are from the late 90s of last century. So I
Nice.
don't know who
Yeah,
that.
That's Aaron's son.
No, that's me.
What? That looks just
My-
like Tanner, dude.
Yeah, my wife just found an old yearbook. She's up north, and she found an old yearbook
Nice.
picture of me. This is me in 7th grade.
Holy Tanner looks
Like
just
Sean
like you.
Connery, you look
That poor
better.
God,
guy.
I would have stole your lunch money.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I didn't wear glasses back then. That's crazy.
I would have kidnapped you and murdered you and left you in a quarry.
so when you were talking about the wow, when you were talking about the monocore stuff, you were talking about how it can't be machined in the same way that you can with individual baffles.
You don't have the flexibility. Yeah.
So somebody asked, our buddy Roden asked, Tom, are there any designs of suppressor technology that isn't achievable now but would be in the future when metal printers become more affordable? Is that an example?
Metal printing's available right now if you want to. It's just expensive.
Yeah.
Right, but he says more affordable, more available, maybe improved.
You can make anything that you want to make now.
Walker.
Wherever-
But would a if you could do the same design as the baffles that you were showing us there, but you could do that as a monocore,
Oops, sorry.
but you could manufacture that as a
Yes, it
monocore.
does burn when I pee. Never mind.
Do you think that would be a superior design than individual baffles having one?
No, because I'd rather have something that's billeted instead of like an SLR or whatever.
Okay.
Nice. Skinny Medic Eric JC says,
SLA.
favorite chest seal for wet, sweaty, bloody, hairy chests.
I like the hyphen chest seals.
The
I think
hyphen?
the hyphens work. Like they are super sticky. They'll rip the chest hair off any man or woman. So they'll work good.
Oh, God.
Sean Connery has a terrible chest
dwarfish.
wound.
Yeah.
Can you spell that name? I couldn't tell what you were saying.
Hyphen HYFIN.
Okay.
They come in a dual pack, so you get front and rear if you need it. They're vented typically. That way the blood or air can escape out of the chest cavity. So they work super well.
Fascinating.
And they come in the compact sizes too, which are pretty nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, that'll do it for the questions.
Questions were fun.
I like the questions. All right, I'm not going to hint, but Hackett Equipment posted that black multicam range bag. Did you guys see that?
Yes.
Do you have that, Aaron?
No.
I thought one of us got
Not
one.
the range bag. I have the 3-wheel bag.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So it's just a range bag, but it's in black multicam. So go sell them out of that. Phantom range bag is what it's called on their website.
I love black multicam.
Yeah.
You should marry it.
I would.
Why? Because you want to marry my wife? Is that what?
Yeah, I'd have to leave my wife first, and that's not going to happen.
You don't
I
want to
think
do
I have
that.
to trade up.
You don't?
You don't know my wife.
Yeah.
You've met her.
Yeah, I do.
Dang.
She will
That's
stab
terrible.
you for that.
Biblically?
She will stab you.
She doesn't like me anyways.
No, she doesn't.
That's
No,
understandable.
it's not that she doesn't. No, it's not that she doesn't not like you. She just doesn't. She doesn't not like you. How's that sound?
What? I don't understand.
Yeah, have you said double negative there? She doesn't
She tolerates
dislike
you.
him. She doesn't like him. She's impartial.
She's indifferent.
Your wife never liked me anyway.
Anyway, I do like this range bag, the Phantom range bag. For those that are looking, 7 pistol magazine holders. I mean, it's a range bag. And, yeah, it looks pretty dang cool. It's available right now in black multicam, literally on the website, hackettequipment.com. Coupon code WLS Life saves you 21% all day, every day. I don't
Can
even
you pull up a picture and show these fine people who are watching?
Yeah, would you like to see it?
Don't your advertisers deserve that?
Well, the audio podcast is where all of our traffic is.
Really?
Yeah. Like
nobody
all of
watches
it.
this.
All of it.
I do.
This is
I run this all the time when I'm out in the shop building cans.
that's awesome.
I like that bag, though.
Many cans have been
That's a
built
nice
to this
bag.
show. That's a nice looking bag.
It
yeah.
is. It is $99, and with our discount code, you're going to be looking at about $80.
So fine people with fine kit at a fine price.
Yeah. Look at that.
It's got Molly on it, so we could stick a Skinny Medic first aid kit on the outside of the thing.
Exactly.
It's got
Hell
Cador,
yeah.
Cador fabric. Like it's a good bag.
Yeah.
That looks like laser cut.
It is
does.
laser. And 700D Cordura, I believe, is what I read.
Yeah,
600.
Here's a
Yeah.
picture of my wife in 7th grade.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Yeah, blow that up.
Wait, no, we're getting really close into creepy territory here.
In 7th
okay.
grade?
Proceed with caution.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
she's way cuter than you deserve.
Yeah.
yeah. But I was, so when she was in 7th grade, I was in 12th grade.
Oh, boy.
That's awkward.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You know, she's 5 years younger. Yeah.
What was she thinking?
Yeah.
I never met her in high school. To be honest. Or in
She was
school.
thinking rich old Jew. Didn't turn out that way.
Oh, boy.
You're going to hell.
Jeter.
That was funny.
All right. I love it.
That's the old part, right?
I know where we are. We're at Not Guns.
Not guns, not gear, just the gang. Hashtag not guns.
Aaron, what do you have for us tonight?
hate and despair. Just so much hate.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So if blank was an Olympic sport, you guys would win gold. So you'd get to name what the sport would be that you would win gold in.
Oh, like ourselves?
Yeah. Your individual talent that
If
you could
blank
definitely win gold in.
was an Olympic sport. I don't know. Someone else go first.
No, I asked you.
Skinny Medic, if blank was an Olympic sport, you would win gold.
I'm gonna go the amount of times farting a day.
Dang. All right.
I think I could
Wow.
win. I think I could win that contest. On my GI issues, I could definitely win that farting. I've farted like so many times during this episode.
What?
Your farts are so much
Better
like
than
not
mine.
smelly.
Yeah.
So much less smelly than Sean's.
Dang. Okay. Nick.
God, I was gonna say, but now I feel like that's just a cop out, and it sounds like I'm copying
Yeah, that's
Skinny over here.
It's glad I went first.
You're good with.
Eh,
Here's my vote.
I would win gold at being monotonous.
Jeremy.
Murder.
Ooh, that's good. I like it. How do you know, though? You've never actually done it.
Has he though?
That you know of.
He hasn't.
Yeah, what if it turns out you're like really comically bad at it?
Yeah.
How hard is it to murder?
You like shoot somebody, but then you like slip in the blood and like scramble around and leave like a blood angel on the floor.
Like Kevin in The Office when he drops his chili.
Yeah. And then like as you get up to leave, you drop your wallet. But then the person actually didn't die. They were fine. They went to the hospital and they survived.
Right, just got like 6 stitches.
They have like 7 camera angles of you
Yeah.
and your wallet.
He's like 7 feet tall too.
And
Like
the
you
victim.
can't miss him.
Yeah, they're like, what did he look like? Well, he looked like a 7-foot-tall gorilla.
Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Sasquatch. That's what he looked like.
They're like, it's Paz Derek. One of them. We don't know which one, but it's Paz Derek. Tom, what would you be an Olympic gold medalist at? Nice.
At your age, I doubt it.
Do you see
They
how
make
old
pills for
I
that.
am? I've done this a lot. I'm very good at it.
He's like,
Fuck
I'm
you.
32. God, what would I, Aaron? What would I gold medal in? I don't even know. I'm not good at
Falling
anything.
down.
Yeah, being incompetent.
Oh, I think you're competent. I just think you fall down a lot.
I do fall down a lot. It's the drunk. It's the it's the drink. It's the drink. I don't know. I can't help it. What are they saying in the chat?
We're talking about shoes.
Yeah, someone's want to ask about shoes.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I have 2 pair. Man, I love those. Yes.
I don't have any of those. I need to get some.
Yeah, they're good. I like them.
Wait, the Altimas or the Vans?
The Ultimas.
Oh, yeah, I was going to do it, but...
I have a pair of black multicams that are really good. So
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
I went to the shoe store and they had black multicam Vans, but they were high tops, and I just didn't want.
They had black multicam Vans?
Dude.
I went to the Vans store.
And they
didn't
were
have
in
them.
clearance, dude. They were like
I got-
$7.
I just got murdered out Vans.
I like the high tops too. I like that.
I didn't want that. Like, I'm already riding a longboard. I don't want to make it worse.
I'm gonna ride that. I'm gonna ride that longboard tomorrow.
Yeah,
Hipster.
we're gonna do a video on closed head
drink
injuries.
Starbucks too.
But
Exactly.
I do have some multicam laces on the way.
That is cool.
I wasn't going to tell Sean because I knew
I read
that,
it in
like,
the
he
chat.
would, yeah.
I already ordered them on Amazon. They'll be here tomorrow.
I wasn't going to tell him immediately because,
I'm gonna order that right now. Black multicam shoelaces.
Oh, no, I just ordered regular multicam.
Yeah, I'm gonna get black multicam,
Okay.
and they're gonna have gold. What do you call
Oh,
the end of a
gross.
shoelace?
Why would you want gold?
You
Just-
need red, like the little tips
yeah.
of them.
I want the gold, just
Or just black?
to one up Nick.
I thought about the...
one upping. That would be my gold medal.
yeah,
Oh, you're that guy.
Yeah.
he is that guy.
Or you'd be like really good at not apologizing.
Ooh.
You know what Aaron would win gold in? Not knowing when to stop.
Holy yes.
I would win gold.
That's a lie. You guys push me more than I do anything.
You're so full of
I would win
You guys
gold
are always like,
in a
let's-
hobo
like,
monster
oh, here's
can
something that
throwing.
bothers Aaron. Let's just keep picking at it. And I ignore that. I do.
We learned it from watching you.
Whatever. It's just an excuse you to justify what you do.
Oh, Matt said the same thing I did.
What?
That I would get gold on the hobo monster throw.
That is actually true, and I would be the target of that.
Oh, Matt also says that it's called an aglet.
Oh, yeah, I need a gold aglet on my black multicam
But
laces.
why?
I
That
learned
sounds
something
gaudy.
tonight.
Yeah, because
That just...
it does sound gaudy.
You
But
need like red.
I don't even like gold.
Red thread, like red with black multicam is awesome.
Dang.
Yeah, I could get into red.
I want some black multicam shoes. Do they have like a double D or what is it, E width?
Fat
Double
boy
D.
shoes? No, they do not have fat boy shoes.
You got them double D's, Sean?
Yeah,
You know I do.
Shoes.
Tight T's, double
Except it's my
no.
and my. This is my favorite sound. All right, which brings us to medical gear outfitters. What is that, Skinny Medic?
All right, I love this ad.
You got to get closer so they can hear you in all your glory.
My bad. So yeah, Medical Gear Outfitters is a family-owned business. We build first aid kits and have supplies, and so yeah, it helps support me and my wife. We started it in 2013, and it's awesome. We love it.
You guys have made it to where he doesn't have to work on the ambulance as much?
Yes, like that's important. Every sale goes to me not having to work on an ambulance, work a 24-hour shift, which really sucks. So yeah, now we do it full time. It supports my wife and I both full time, and we have 5 people now packing orders. So Sean says we're quicker than Amazon shipping out orders, so
True.
that's our main goal is ship it faster than Amazon.
Yeah, 100% true. There's all kinds of stuff out there through the shows. When we do ads, I've been kind of going through March and telling them to order specific things. So we worked on massive hemorrhage, airway, and respiration. I think we did chest seals, right, Aaron?
Yes.
Yeah. So, what kind of blankets do you sell?
So we have the little Mylar blankets. They're like just a few dollars a piece, and they work okay. But I would look at the Blizzard survival blanket. It's a little more expensive. It's $20, but it will literally cover you from head to toe, and it's 2 layers. So the cheapest one is just a single layer that works okay. But the Blizzard blanket's $19.99, and it is
Will it cover me from head to toe?
2 of them will. The average person, it will cover you from head to toe and works really good. So I would look at, if you have the room, like if you are just putting in an IFACT, I would go with the regular survival blankets, just a couple $. If you have the room, I would add the Blizzard blanket to your backpack, your vehicle, things like that, survival kit.
Seagull SB 2002 says, "Okay, I'm buying a medical kit tonight. Which Skinny Medic kit should I get?"
I honestly like the civilian medical trauma kit that Sean built. That has an Elias bandage in it, which is awesome bandage that has a piece of plastic that you can use for a chest seal. It has extra gauze in there you can use for wound packing. It has the pre-lubed MPA, which you don't have to use that. What else did you put in there? It has the Skinny Medic stick patch on it, which is awesome. So I like that one. Like, that's one we just built. It comes in a VanQuest pack, but the VanQuest is great material. It's water resistant.
So good.
So it just doesn't go very well on a belt, apparently. But
I use it on my backpack every day. In fact, I was carrying it all day today while we were at the cave dwellings.
Definitely. You had a great med kit while we were...
Yeah. I was surprised you didn't take a picture of it.
I should have. I forgot.
That's
You
okay.
guys,
I was distracted.
you guys went to the cave dwellings?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought those were so cool.
Yeah, they're
until
amazing.
I found out that they don't belong there.
What?
They were stolen from somewhere else and moved there and then reassembled.
What? You're
Doesn't-
ruining it.
Doesn't matter to me at all.
I was like, this is so cool.
I'm glad that we took them. They didn't deserve them.
They're just in like kind of a weird spot, you know?
They're in the side of a mountain.
Yeah, but they're just like, I don't know.
No, actually, I don't think that is true, because we were reading the history and it talked about like the first guy who did it. They had
Like 1910 or something like that.
yeah,
There was
grub stakes or something, or which are the people that like came through and they go find like old burial sites and things like that, and they take everything of value out. And the first guy actually purchased the property so that he could put the thing up.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, Bill Crosby. Actually, I was like, well, I thought he was in jail.
Bing Crosby?
No, Bill Crosby. In 1904, he bought that land so that he could protect it from the grub stakers.
Wait, the
Interesting.
guy from Crosby, Stills,
But-
Nash and Young was in 1902.
But if you look at the map that's in the little museum thing that shows the territory where that tribe of Indians lived, it does not include the Colorado Springs area.
Oh, well, I guess we got to go back now.
We're gonna go back and look at that.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
I knew that some of them were man-made and some of them were, built afterwards. But that's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know. We're going to have to go check it out. But that civilian medical kit is at medicalgearoutfitters.com. Coupon code We Like Shooting saves you 11% off. So it's. I think you guys have been doing really well. I think the WLS has become like a pretty good.
Yeah, you've been pushing that pretty good.
Yeah.
I've been like harassing you because the civilian medical podcast coupon code was winning,
Yeah.
and we joined here as a sponsor. And you're like, all right, we're going to win now. So you have really
And
been
we
pushed.
are.
So I appreciate it. It keeps me fed and getting my dad bod in shape. So
Yeah, clearly he's eating way too much. No, he's
so
not.
you're now not having to work the ambulance at all?
I work on a specialty team, so we do search and rescue and we do SWAT stuff, and that's pretty much my full time or my EMS gig now. I don't have to work on the ambulance anymore, but
Awesome.
He's going to be just medic.
I bet you saw some horrible stuff working in an ambulance, right?
definitely most of my career
I
was.
don't think it would be a good fit for me.
It definitely jacks you up, like honestly, like just the mental aspect of it. But I worked most of my career in inner city, so I've run a lot of trauma, did a lot of stuff like that, and it was definitely time for me to get out of the field.
I just
I'm glad
wanna-
you're able to do it, man. That's freaking awesome.
I'm just imagining like the meme with the dog that's looking at the cupcakes and it's got like the Vietnam flashbacks, but instead it's Skinny Medic.
Yes,
Right. Except it is a cupcake and he's dad bod medic.
Yes, dad bod medic.
Yeah, he's working on that. Like Jeremy said.
Go ahead, Sean.
Jeremy just said soon he's just going to be medic.
Yes. I'm going to go with. Can I cuss on this show? Like
of course.
We were going to do medic. That's my next one. So that's my next YouTube channel. We're just going to do medic.
Lots of tampons, I'm sure.
Yes, lots of tampons.
Wait, what are your intestinal issues?
So I have ulcerative colitis, which was put on from working night shift and the stress and stuff
I
like
have
that.
ulcerative colitis too.
Both of you guys do.
Yes, so I got diagnosed with it. I had lost, I'm 170 pounds right now. I was down to 120.
Oh,
kind of when I started my YouTube channel, which I really was skinny medic then. I was going to the bathroom 15 times a day, working night shift and stuff like that. And so,
God, I don't know how you even continue doing night shift like that. Like, holy.
Yeah, I was pretty grumpy too. I was going on steroids,
imagine.
high dose steroids, 3 times a year.
Holy.
So one time my boss said Glocks are for and I got really angry and almost lost my job over that.
What?
Yeah, so,
But I mean, he's not wrong.
yeah, I mean, so that was the one that he's like, dude, how do you not get fired from your job? And I was like, I don't know. I just walk out of the ambulance. So, I would love to get in so many. I would fight on night shift. Night shift is different for EMS anyway. So, steroids, prednisone, it will definitely jack you up. So,
I had no idea, and I was thinking about this today. So I watched a movie recently where one of the characters said that he had Crohn's disease, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm kind of excited to see someone with Crohn's talk about it in a major motion picture.
Yeah.
And then he completely explained it wrong, and then they didn't depict it at all. It never came up again in the story, and I was like, well, God,
yeah,
I want to see a little bit of awareness somewhere. You know?
I'd lost a ton of weight, was going to the bathroom all the time, and I went to my family doctor, and she just kept saying I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, and I'm like, what? Do I have cancer? I was freaking out. I call Candace babe, I think I'm dying. I got some kind of stomach cancer. But yeah, so diagnosed. I got a lower GI. If you never got that done, I encourage everybody to get a lower GI done. That's entertaining.
It's better than an upper.
So yeah, but definitely this stress and eating fast food, McDonald's, eating on the run, and just seeing what I saw, it definitely jacks my stomach up. So even traveling, we've traveled this week to Colorado, and I don't do stress very well anymore, honestly. And just coming into the airport, and the rental car place was going nuts, and so Candace was like, "I'm going to drive." I'm like, "Perfect. I'm going to go drink with Sean." So it worked out well.
Drinking messes my stomach up. Or my guts or whatever.
Yes, so I lay off beer. When I'm having a flare up, I'll do the air quotes. I will lay off beer because that definitely jacks your stomach up.
So I have found though that not drinking and just not having a way to kind of get rid of that stress is worse. So I'm like,
it's a trade off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so exercise, eating well, that all helps your stomach.
Yeah.
So we're going way off topic here. Sean's writing down.
Okay.
We're
I like how this show turned into We Like Less.
I want to talk about this more after the show.
Yeah, Nick's one of my people.
Yeah.
Someone typed, did we just become best friends? And then, do you want to do karate in the bathroom?
I get it.
That was Matthew A. with that gem. Okay, let's do what news?
Sure.
Shooting.
Aaron, why did you text me your address?
Oh, I was just texting you random.
Oh, okay.
I just screenshotted that. It's fine.
There's two half avocados there too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, what is happening right now?
Random, dude.
Okay.
Well, we're talking about and you're talking about avocados.
It's true.
Have you ever eaten so much avocado that your turns green?
No.
I have.
One time I ate so much Count Chocula that my was purple.
You should do the Superman ice cream. It turns it nice colors.
Oh. I just is over here eating pineapple every day.
Well, yeah, you got to do that.
It's weird. Mine just looks like blood when it comes out. Is that normal?
No, it just means you're patriotic.
No matter what I eat.
Red, white, and blue, patriotic.
Yeah, you're the least patriotic person, Sean.
What?
According to one of our listeners.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Nick and I are not patriotic, but Jeremy is.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
Well, he's more patriotic than both of you put together.
No,
so.
no. Okay, I don't
He
know.
wants to actively murder commies all the time.
No, but that's just an
24/7.
excuse to murder people.
Exactly.
It's not like
I want to
he's
make
like,
the country
Yeah, but
better
I'm
for
murdering
everybody.
The right people.
I mean, look,
He's just murdering people.
Stop being wrong, Aaron. You're the
Apparently.
man, Jeremy. Just saying.
I'm just like I don't want to go
I'm
around
against
murdering
you,
people.
Listen to me. Everything I get everything I want.
Aaron, what's in the news?
750 million, Sean.
What's
what does
that?
that mean?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Lies
750
politicians have told us this year.
Yeah, that's actually probably
just
true.
one politician. No, just kidding. No, 750 million mosquitoes are going to be let go, genetically modified.
Skinny Medic just showed us that article before the show.
Yeah, I know. That's why I put it in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like already enough going on in 2020. Let's just
Yeah.
let loose a bunch of genetically modified mosquitoes and see what happens.
That seems about
Are
right.
they going to eat the murder hornets or what?
These are these are the ones that are like sterile or something, right?
I have no idea. I just
These are
saw
the
it
ones.
was-
These are the ones that are going to give everyone AIDS. Mm-hmm. Yeah, or COVID AIDS. COVID AIDS.
Did-
Yeah.
Let's call that
Did you guys know that only female mosquitoes suck blood?
just like in real life.
Isn't that just like a woman?
No, I don't know. I'm really uncomfortable with this. I'm like, it's 2020. It's been a really rough year. What if we didn't release genetically modified anything, and we just waited
Right.
till 2021?
just calm down for like a couple
Sense of
months.
adventure, man.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like my 2020's been f***ing great, actually.
I'm pretty stoked to just ride this train in, you know?
Yeah. But I don't know. 750 million mosquitoes, and where are they going to release those? I forget.
Key West, right?
Yeah, Florida.
Ah, man.
Right when I want to go to Disney World.
But I like key lime pie. Well, I mean, Key
Oh,
West
those
is
key
pretty
lime,
far.
Those popsicles they have are
Yeah.
delicious.
But I like key lime.
I don't think it's going to affect key lime.
I hope not.
So what did the mosquitoes do? Did anyone actually look that
It's
up?
like blood, don't? Is that what mosquitoes do?
Yeah, but why are they releasing them? Like
How
Florida
are they
doesn't.
modified?
I bet it's food for something. Like I don't wonder if it's food for.
No, I think their insides like kill like Zika virus or something like that. So they or whatever West Nile. So because that's how that gets transmitted. So they genetically modify them so that their guts don't pass those diseases on. And then the hope is that these are the ones that go out there and do things, and it actively kills those viruses in the population, I believe.
So what happens when they completely wipe out all mosquitoes in the world? Like
We dance a jig.
No.
and
something else will rise up and we'll be like, I wish we had mosquitoes.
Well, I'm just trying to think. Like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
what?
That would happen.
Wait, what purpose do mosquitoes serve other than annoying the out of me?
Everything has a place in the circle of life.
Frog food.
They're basically
Yeah.
bat food.
Bat
yeah.
food, yeah.
Bat
Dragon
food, yeah.
fly food.
Oh, no, I'm down, actually. Let's get rid of all the bats, too, while we're at it.
Well, what are bats good
What are you
for?
going to have for soup,
COVID-19.
Yeah, COVID-19 soup.
man?
Yeah, so stopping Zika, basically the females die in the larval phase, but only the males survive, and the males don't feed on blood, so they're not a carrier for disease. This is a terrible idea. Like, we need to stop around with the environment.
Because the environment's going to start around with us.
It already is.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
see what
And I
happens.
dare it.
Yeah.
I'm all right with this.
I bet all 750 million of these things were manufactured in China.
China.
And then
it was probably Monsanto that made them.
did you see that
Here's my problem. These mosquitoes are not organic.
No.
Oh, they will be.
Did you see that people are just suddenly like receiving packages full of seeds from China? Mm-hmm. They didn't
I was
order
in it-
seeds.
It's so weird because I got a package in the mail full of Jeremy's. I don't know what to do with it.
Do you still have that gas pipeline? Shoot it now.
Burn it. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just
That's
like,
weird because you wouldn't stop texting me asking for it.
that's so disgusting. I can't even.
He's right. DDT was awesome against mosquitoes
DDT was awesome until it became illegal.
because heads,
Yeah.
Because God
government.
FDA.
hippies.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. DDT was awesome. We need to bring it back. Bring back DDT.
Yes.
Is that the stuff that made eagle eggs break or something?
Yeah,
That's
their
what they
shell's
said.
too thin.
Who cares?
Well,
We have
Whoa.
zoos. We have zoos.
You hate eagles?
We have zoos. I love eagles.
Eagles
see,
are
Sean
America.
is not patriotic. He's
Yeah,
like,
he's not patriotic at all.
That's great.
That's
all
like
the
we were
eagles.
going to be all out of birds, and it's like, have plenty, thanks.
Yeah. Dietrich was talking about the lack of
Because
bug.
we banned DDT, otherwise we wouldn't. It's like what
I
the
mean-
ever. Stick it in your ozone hole.
Save the Eagles, murder millions of people in the process because
Yeah.
of transmission of diseases.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
Eagles are cool. People
Eagles'
aren't.
lives matter.
Eagles.
People are not
Don't get me
cool.
wrong. I don't actually give a like people. If you die, you die.
Well, why are you white knighting for people so hard right now, Jeremy?
What?
That's true.
Why are you white knighting for people so hard right now?
I want to know.
I literally just said the opposite.
You were like, we got to save all these people's lives.
Yeah, I don't actually.
A couple Eagles.
I'm just saying the logic doesn't. That's their logic. They're like, well, we got to save the Eagles, people, but save the Eagles.
Wait, what? People are getting screwed over by eagles being alive.
None
the
of
people
them?
that died because of the transmission of viruses because of mosquitoes.
Yeah, but at least they got to live in freedom with eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather live
Yeah,
freedom with eagles than
all those people in Nigeria living with freedom.
Well,
than
we'll take some eagles over there.
I'd rather live with freedom with eagles than be a prisoner of a DDT.
What if instead of for the entire Cold War, the U.S. had not fought proxy wars, but instead just released bald eagles everywhere?
I love it. Yeah,
They're like-
that caca or whatever that eagle scream is not even an eagle scream. They
Dude,
just
yeah.
chirp.
I was like, that was a very anticlimactic eagle scream.
They're like, the Chinese are moving into Korea. We better release some bald eagles.
Right. Here, let me try this one.
700 bald eagles.
It might be better. Yes.
But that's not actually an eagle call.
Don't care.
They don't do that.
Are you like an eagle expert now or something?
Is it not a bald eagle, but a different kind of eagle?
No, it's not.
You can't just say eagle.
It's not a bald eagle call. It's not an eagle call. That is a hawk call, actually.
It was actually a hawk.
Yeah.
Here's an eagle screech.
No, it's not.
I swear to God.
Was that a screaming goat? Is what that was.
That was an Aaron eagle.
It's a video. Like, let me show you. Hold up.
Okay, that sounds like some Jurassic Park to me.
Here's a
Yeah.
golden eagle.
It's like,
Yeah, that's more eagle.
That's pretty weak. Here's the good one. Bald eagle hawk intensified.
Yeah.
Anyway, we
Mystery sound. What's the mystery sound?
I don't know.
I wanna see it.
I left
Oh,
it.
God.
I left
You
it.
did.
Sorry, it's gone. It's bye bye. I guess it's time to wrap this up. Before we do Patriot Patch, come in and go check them out. PatriotPatch.co. Coupon code WLS10 saves you money. Tom Bowers, where can people find you, and how can they save money on your cans?
You can find him on my Instagram page, talking to other people.
That's true.
Tom does have great cans.
Like, whoa,
That guy. Jesus.
dude! I was like, I was busy. I slept. I woke up. I'm like, what the?
Wait, what happened?
I will
Tom,
not let
Tom nuked some guy
Tommy
out there.
Extra them.
Yeah, he
Go look
nuked
at
him.
this.
I was just like, oh, and then he's like nuking me too, and I'm like, dude, I was asleep. I was asleep for
Well,
2
your
days. I wake up and
and answered, huh?
I was asleep for
Like
2 days. I wake up and gone nuts on my Instagram page.
Wait, I missed all of this.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, it's good times. It's the one where he has the dog eating in some guy's mouth and says that basically he's trying to. It's based on a fallacy. The whole thing in the first place,
Yes.
where it says that
Well, it's the
it's
whole
a
like
false narrative that people are saying that Democrat politicians are running a global pedo ring. It's like nobody's saying that.
no, it's true. They are. If you look on Instagram, like half the people I follow on Instagram are like the global liberal.
Oh,
elites
a
are
lot of
running-
people are saying that. Yeah, I agree.
And I'm just like, I'm so
Are
sick of
they
it.
saying that? Are they saying that they're actually running this thing, or just that there are a bunch of pedos that are involved in it?
No, they said that the global elite are running it, and that's
Okay.
listen.
Okay,
listen,
well that is wrong because no, they're just little kids.
and everybody. Not let me rephrase that.
Just?
Not everybody's doing it, but it doesn't matter what your political ideology is.
Correct.
It happens.
Correct. If you look at Epstein's flight logs, that's not just Democrats.
oh, I can't
There's
wait to read
scumbags
this.
of everybody, every stripe on there.
And like I was telling guys before the show, it's like I give money every year to fight child trafficking.
And he proved it, and I was like, what the hell?
But the thing is what bothers me is like people who are just out there doing thoughts and prayers. Like, let's be aware of it. Okay, be aware of it. Fucking do something about it. I do, but you don't see me sitting on a soapbox and
we can shoot him with 22 suppress.
I want to do
in the back of the face.
Do you remember that time that I was like, okay, it's time to wrap up the show?
I have no recollection of that.
Hey, Tom, where can people find you?
Oh, right. BowersGroup.com or Aaron's Instagram page. Slagging on commies.
Tom, that verse 50 and Biddy that I sold a customer came back in 94 days.
Sweet.
Yeah, so he just picked him up the other day. He was very happy.
Nice. That's
Yep.
That makes me happy. Was that your first successful transfer?
It was.
Where it actually left your shop and went to the new guy?
I have 2 other Bowers Group customers that we're still waiting on.
That's awesome, man. I'm so proud to be part of that, man.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, your first transfer.
It is. I was like,
this is so freaking
so
awesome.
Good.
Yay. Yay, you.
Yeah. Jeremy, I see you ready to talk. Go ahead.
What?
Oh, you just look like you're about to talk.
That's just his
I was, but not on Aaron.
Oh, okay.
his resting talk face.
I know.
No, the microphone's off his chest, and he's like,
Yeah.
normally it's on his chest, but now it's like up there. He's ready to go. So,
Totally 100% agree. Skinny Medic, where can people find you?
skinnymedic.com, and then you can also visit medicalgearoutfitters.com.
Love it. And people join a gun-related advocacy group such as Second Amendment Foundation, Firearms Policy Coalition, Gunners of America. And we always give out the suicide prevention line. That number is 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-TALK, or you can text the number 741-741. I don't know. We love you. We thank you. Join the Gun Cult at theguncult.com. We're here live every week, Mondays and Wednesdays, on demand every single day. Go to welikeshooting.com/show to subscribe. And as we always say, thanks for listening. Get medical training and my bacon. What does that mean?
I think it's from last week.
Oh, thanks, Aaron. Yeah. Tom's doing the Princess Di.
What? Is he laying in the middle of the street?
The beauty queen on the camera, right?
He's like smashed in a car somewhere.
Paparazzi.
Show title in the back of the face.
Sure, why not?
I had written down a bunch of stuff, and then Dustin H. just mentioned it, and I was like, that's perfect. I had medic, thick medic, 3-0 burn, gut issues, ulcerative colitis, and in the back of the face. See you guys Friday if you're in town. What's the saying? Stay home if you're sick. Come over if you're thick.
Was that with 2 C's?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know your
No,
fucking taste.
don't come over if you're like Aaron and me and Nick.
Yeah, what if you're like thick-skulled?
No, we don't want any of that.
Like Savage.
Yeah, no. He's just dumb.
Medic Sandwich. That's a good title, too.
Feels like it.
Yeah, that would be good.
The broadcast has ended.
Did you think that show was worth $1? Help the cast by visiting lovewls.com.